In this session, we are going to look at importing the bank statement into RAS accounting. Okay, so RAS accounting works with four major banks in South Africa, and these are Standard Bank, FNB, ABSA, and Nedbank. So if you are using any other type of bank, you will have to import the CSV statements, as unfortunately we will not be able to connect your bank with the system. But there is no problem because importing the CSV statement is very simple and you can do it yourself. All right, the first thing that you have to do is download your statement from your banking website as usual, how you do it normally. Please note that the file that you have to download is the CSV file, the CSV format file. So we cannot import PDFs, which is what you receive monthly from the bank or what the bank has there readily available. So when you are downloading your CSV statement, please make sure the format that it says, I don't know if it will say download or export, it needs to be CSV. All right, so let's start, and I will start by opening up the file that I have downloaded. I will go to open my file, which is this one. And in this file, as you can see, my file is very simple. It's straight to the point. But there are situations where we have a file with like 5 headers and like I don't know how many columns and so on. But the process is the same as long as you match it to the system. That's it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to set up the system first in order to receive this file. If you do this once, you don't have to do it again. So please pay attention on how we're going to now set up the system to accept our CSV files in future. If for some reason the bank changes the format of their CSV file, that's when you will have to do this again. But if not, and I feel like it's very rare for the bank to do that, we will stick to this and that's it. All right. Now, let's start by going into the system. We go into bank and bank stream. And here where it says account, I'm going to click on the 2 boxes. And now we'll go into CSV. All right. Now, what we need to do is we need to match this part of the system with what is in your Excel spreadsheet. So firstly, the system asks me, what is my separator? Is it a comma? Is it a semicolon? Or is it a tab? I will put in a semicolon and I will show you why I am selecting a semicolon. This is because my laptop, for some reason, it saves my CSVs as a semicolon. But from my experience, I've noticed that this is only my laptop. So your laptop could save it as a comma, could save it as a tab, and could save it as a semicolon as well. So you just need to make sure you have the correct separator here. And how will you do that? You will open your file wherever you saved it. You will come to your file, right click on it, open with Notepad. Notepad will tell you the exact separator that your file is using. And as you can see, mine is a comma. So I will then close that and close that. So I put in a comma and then the system is asking me, do I have a header in my file? And if yes, how many rows? So I'm going to open my file and I'm going to check, yes, I have one header here and it's just one row. So I will say yes and I will put in 1. All right. Then I need to check where's the date, where's the description, and where's the money in and out. So the date is in column A, which is column 1. The description is in column B, which is column 2. And the amount is in column C, which is column 3. So date is in column 1. Description is in column 2. Money in and out is in column 3. I can see that money in and out is here because if you see, money in is positive, money out is negative. All right. You can have situations where you have so many more information here, and then here you have like your description here. Maybe here you have money in, maybe there you have money out. So it's fine. There's no problem. When you see a statement like that, don't stress. The only thing that you have to do is match the columns to what it is exactly in your file. Match it correctly here in the system, and you'll be good to go. All right. Then the date format is very important. If you don't have the correct date format, the system will give you an error when you're trying to import it. So what we're going to do is now we're going to check how is our date. As you can see, it's 2021-03-01, which is the 1st of March 2021. So this is year, month, and date. So I will go here in the system and I will say year, month, and date. As you can see, you have two options, year, month, and date. But this one has a hyphen. Mine doesn't have a hyphen, so I will put it here. There are situations where you have slashes to separate them, so you can just come in here and put in the slashes, you see? It tells you it's not part of the list, but you can just move away. Okay, but that's not the case of my file, so I will go back to what my file is originally. I was just showing you that if your file has a /, you can select / there, there's no problem. And you just save and close. Okay, so now the system is already set to receive your statement. I will close it because I cannot import it if it's closed, and I won't save anything. All right. Now, this is where you will start every time. Let's say you're going to import statements every week. Every week, this is where you're going to start. You're going to download your CSV file from the system, from the bank website, and you will go here, upload, click on the three dots, select from disk. You need to now search for your file where you kept it and say, okay, continue. Then it tells you this is the date range that the system found. If you want a specific date range, let's say you just want the 20th of March, you can say specify date range, click on these three dots, and I will say just the 20th of March. Okay, and select. So it will just import transactions for the 20th of March. But this is not the case. I want all my transactions, so I'll say upload all transactions and continue. And that's it. I get a notification saying the uploading of my bank transactions is complete. You can check it to make sure it's correct. And that's all we have to do when we are importing CSV statements into Rise Accounting.